everybody. Welcome to the
Hello.
show. Help. Let me get this one right. Hang on. Hope you all had an amazing Christmas today, Christmas season. Happy holidays to everybody. And yeah, gonna be New Year's right away. Holy shit, eh?
I know it's crazy. When I was looking at the title of our show, and I saw that you put last show of 2022, I was like, oh my gosh, like the year went by like this.
Yeah, it did. Hey Lee, how's it going? I'm just saying hi to people. Hey Miguel, hello Heather, hi Jessica, hello anybody else who's watching and who's going to be watching. Yeah, I know it has gone really, really fast. In one way, I'm super grateful because it's been kind of a crappy year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But in the other way, yeah, I'm surprised about how quick it zoomed. Like
Yes.
it just zoomed. And, even this Christmas seemed to have just kind of went right by. And usually, I
Yeah.
used to not really celebrate for like a month, I wouldn't say that, but it was more, I guess, more holiday season kind of stuff.
Right. And I feel like I just decorated
Yeah.
yesterday, and now I have to put everything down soon. Like it went by so quickly.
When do you take your stuff down?
So well, because I believe in the three kings,
Yeah.
I don't take it down until their day.
Okay. So that would
Right after
be
that.
6, right? Like the
Yeah.
6th of January? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my daughter's birthday is actually January 6th, one of my oldest daughter. So we've
Oh,
always celebrated Ukrainian Christmas, which is the Orthodox Christmas for us, right?
yeah.
And I mean, we used to do the great big dinner and, the whole bit. Of course, over the years, it's now just happy birthday to my daughter. But yeah, it was actually funny with her because she was born January 6th, 6 days after my grandmother had died, one of my grandmothers. Because I was supposed to go to her funeral that day,
Hmm.
and my mom was like, "No, you're not going with us in the car. you're, you're you're about to have a baby." And I'm like, "No, I want to go."
Right.
And she's like, "No, you're not getting in that car because we don't want to be on the road and have to give birth in the car."
My gosh.
And turned out I had an emergency C-section anyway, so it worked out good. But that I didn't go because that would have been a disaster. But yeah, she was born at 5 minutes to 6. So I always used to joke with her. I used to joke and say I always looked for the little symbols on your head or something like that. Very easy birthday to remember,
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you guys doing for New Year's? Anything?
So we're not gonna do nothing big. We're just gonna be home, maybe make, a nice meal, or probably just have like a bunch of finger foods and just wait it out, watch some movies,
Yeah.
try probably make, play some games with the kids while we wait so they don't get bored. Because they always get bored. Like we're almost there and they're like, I can't wait till it's midnight. I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to make it more entertaining.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't really do anything. I know that they have some celebrations going on around town, but it's so cold and I'm a homebody. I like being at home in my pajamas and, good TV show, good movie, whatever. 5 minutes to midnight, I'll switch it over to something that has a countdown and leave it there, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much my New Year's. Woohoo. But yeah, it's we're pretty low key when it comes to New Year's. I can tell you that much. But I don't know. But I do. There is something that I think that people need to think about going into the new year, and that's really about valuing yourself. And we always talk about financial blessings or even romantic blessings or just basically abundance in general. And we talk about a lot of attraction techniques, just different things, that people can use. But one of the things is valuing yourself. Like when you have a high value of yourself, and I'm not talking narcissistic value, you know, but it is the value of, you know, what is it that I can do. And when, you know, it was funny because years ago I started my own business doing mobile aesthetics, and I was the first one actually in my city. I don't even know if there was any really in the country. It was just something that I had thought of, because I couldn't really have clients in my home because I live in a condo, and they have you know, our condo board is like, no, you can't have home businesses, blah, you know. So I thought, okay, why don't I do mobile? And I charged, you know, my regular prices because I was doing a lot of work. I did a lot of sterilization. I mean, I had the full thing going on. And it was interesting because a lot of people suddenly, you know, thought, oh, what a great idea she has, so I'm going to undercut her. And so, you know, I would charge 100 for a manicure pedicure kind of thing. They were charging like 45 for the thing. And people would say, well, you know, they would try to get you to lower your price. And I was like, no, because I'm worth it.
Right.
I'm worth it. And, you know, plus I fully sterilize, plus I do this, plus I, you know what I mean? I am worth the price that I charge. And I never lowered my prices. I never gave deals or bonuses or, you know, anything like that. This is my price. This is it. You stick to it. Damn it. You know, because
Right.
I'm worth it. Right. And that's the thing that people have to start remembering, because we tend to undercut ourselves when it comes to financial. We undercut ourselves when it comes to romance. We undercut ourselves when it comes to you know, just general abundance. And we have to stop that. And we have to remember, if somebody isn't valuing who we are or what it is that we have to offer, and we have to, but we have to sit there and kind of go, okay, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need this. And you know, we do readings all day long, right? And we see this undercutting happening all day long. You know?
Yes.
It's like, well, I'm just going to sit here and wait for him to call. Fuck off. No. Like, no. You no. Like, go live your life. And if he values you, he will know how to pick up the phone. If he's on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and whatever else, social media, Snapchat, or I don't even know what social, I don't use Snapchat, so I have no idea. but if they're on there and they're not
Right.
picking up the phone to contact you, why are you placing this person even in your mind? Like, why are they, what's that word? What are they, you know, what's that phrase? Why are they taking up free space? Like, you're giving them a free rent in your head. Why are you doing that? Because they're obviously not showing or presenting you with your value. And it doesn't mean that they have to sit there. I'm gonna give a disclaimer here, because there's always going to be that one person that's like, yeah, but you know, they didn't message me back like 2 seconds after I messaged them. But the point is that if it's going weeks or months or whatever, and they have that ability to pick up the phone and check out Facebook, they sure as shit have enough ability to check you out and message you on you know, on your texting or calling or whatever.
You're not priority for that person.
What's that?
Apparently, you know, you're not priority for that person.
You're not a priority to that person. If they can spend all freaking day on Instagram and they can't pick up the phone and message you, why are they in your life? Why are they in your life? If they can like a bikini model on freaking Instagram, they can sure as shit like the picture of your fucking fuzzy socks on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or whatever it is that you post. And so many people are not, they're not valuing themselves. It's same with money, same with business, right? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are giving, you know, good deals. And it's not saying that you have to overcharge or anything like that. But look at the value of the service that you're providing. And I mean, one of the disclaimers is that we do have to sit there and we have to ask ourselves, what value do we have towards somebody? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. For someone, for me personally, I would not date somebody who didn't have a car, didn't have a job, probably didn't own their own house, because I do. And those are values of some, because it shows that somebody has, and it doesn't mean that they have to own their own house, like I or something like that, but have a place to live, like they're not couch surfing or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Why would somebody like me do that? Why would I date somebody like that? Same as other people. Why would you date somebody when you're up here and they're here? As far as I don't care about circumstances, because circumstances can change. And if they really wanted to, if they valued you and they valued the relationship, they would find a way to reach up to your caliber. But so many people, what we tend to do is we go lower in our caliber. And instead of going higher within our caliber, we'll be like, oh, I'm just going to pretend I'm dumb and that I don't have this, and this, because of the fact that this person doesn't and they're cute. And that's so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, but it's things to think about, right? It's things to think about. And so for going into 2023, ask yourself, what value do I have for others? What is it that I have? Am I a good person? Am I kind? Am I generous? Hey, I might not have $1 million in the bank. Nobody, very rarely does, honey. So it's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. If they do, great. Good for you. If you do, good for you. Great. But it's the, it's the things that you have to offer. Look at those as value. And if somebody is coming to you in a lesser value, why are you accepting that person? Or why are you accepting that energy? Because they're cute, or have chemistry, or whatever nonsense you want to project out there. It's kind of like what we've talked about in the past, people that will, for me, I don't drink. Would I date somebody that drinks? Sure. I don't care if somebody drinks once in a while. Have a drink. Have a couple of drinks. I don't care. Dude, go for it. If you're a drunk, no. That's the difference. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't date somebody who is drinking all day long, or having a drink, all night long, or whatever it is, because that's not my thing. That's my personal thing. But, this is something that you have to really ask yourself. And again, what is it that I have of value? And stop lowering your value. If you have your own business, value that business and consider it is your business. So why are you lowering yourself, or even trying to compete? If somebody else wants to lower their price of something, by all means, let them, because the right people will come to you, the people that value your work. And here's the thing, is that a lot of times too, is like, people will make something and they'll sell it at a reduced price, but you've put all the time, the energy, the materials into it, and then they'll lower that because of the fact that somebody else is selling something similar, for a lower price. No. Okay. Stop. And if that person wants to have a lower value in themselves, let them have that. They will get the customers that don't value them. However, you will get the customers that value you. And so that's just something that I wanted to bring up and mention. Do you have anything to add to that? Because you, as a business person yourself, you've got your own business. Do you have anything to add to that?
I have clients, sometimes new viewers, that jump in and they'll say, I'll say, oh, you sent this amount for pregnancy, but that's not the price that I pay for like a pregnancy reading, for example. And they're like, oh, well, so-and-so charges this much. But again, I'm not so-and-so. So not everybody's techniques are the same. Not every hairdresser is the same. Not every nail tech is the same. Not every store sells the same quality. I know the quality that I give in my work and what I do. So my prices are not going to be the same from others, So some people, they need to understand that. And it's like that phrase, you get what you pay for. Right. So yeah, I understand what you brought up, and that was a very, very good topic. So definitely, when you guys are entering 2023, try to change a little bit of, you know, your perspective of things. And another advice is to declutter. Declutter your home.
I know.
Declutter. Yeah, I do that every year. It's important for the energy to flow within your home freely and easily, and good things to be able to flow easily around your home. So it's so good to get rid of some old things and get rid of any clutter. Like if you got a little corner over there full of boxes or magazines, or I don't know, make sure that you move it or you get rid of it and declutter before you enter 2023. You want to start on the right foot, not the left foot, and start on a clean slate.
Yeah, and let the flow happen. Absolutely, right? And you know what? Actually, I think that's great advice. Like between that and valuing yourself. And you know what the thing is that when you do declutter, you are placing value into yourself as well, because you're looking at the things that you no longer really need. And this can go towards whatever it is, right? You're looking at it and going, okay, I don't need this. And you can apply that same technique to
your life
in general.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need this. So why am I hanging on to it? Why am I holding on to whatever it is that is no longer necessary? So I love it. I love it. I just saw Kay, thank you so much for donating. I got you onto the list here. So far on the list we have Jessica, Heather, Miguel, and Kay. Please remember, guys, if you do want a reading, all of the information is going across the screen. You can donate. It's a $10 donation. You can donate to C Rogers 5555. Remember, it's 4 5s at gmail.com. You can do this through PayPal or email transfer, or if you are in Canada. Kate, can you just give us some in regards to, is there a category that you want us to look into?
Like it can be a general reading. Yeah, general reading, but in general reading into what specifically?
Yeah, give us some information. That does help, because this is a really quick reading. We're not getting too deep here. I mean, we get as deep as we can, but so if you can give us some more information, that would truly help. Also, if you do want a full reading, you can go to Naimi over at Mimi's Holistics on TikTok. And if you would like a full reading with me, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com. All of our information is on either of those pages. Okay, a general reading in regards to, again, in regards to what?
I was just writing her.
Yeah, because
it could be love, life, what's coming in 2023, financially, something, so that we know what to really focus on.
Yeah, kind of give us a specific. That would really help. Yeah, let's get into it. We'll do a couple. We'll do a couple right now. Then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off and see if anybody else joined us for the show. We're going to start off with Jessica. So Jessica, I love hearing this. This is awesome. So she says, Cameron, she's basically looking for a reading for her and Cameron. She wants to know what we've talked a little bit about living together when I get transferred. I want to know, how does he feel about our relationship right now and the plan to live together next year?
Does Cameron want? I definitely do pick up that he would definitely want to move in with you. So you guys living together is something that he is looking forward to. Is it going to happen in 2023? I do get yes. Yeah, I definitely do get next year in regards to you guys living together. I'm also getting opportunity, and I've gotten this for you before. So I don't feel this is just in regards to work. I feel like an opportunity overall in your life. I just feel 2023, all the things that you have been worrying about and asking about is actually going to come through in 2023 for you. So all this, leveling up with work and career and transferring and all of that is going to take place in 2023, and the opportunity to actually have a more committed relationship where you guys are actually going to be together. I would pick all that up for you in 2023. I'm also getting forgiveness. So I should definitely start thinking about now, before entering 2023, to let go of any doubts, of any negative energy, let go of any past situations, anything that's really no longer serving you, and you don't want to take it with you to the new year. So I do get that for you as well. And balancing balancing and compromising. So when it comes to Cameron, everything seems to be coming through for you. Very good with Cameron. Cameron's doing a lot better in communication. We did pick up that he would. And a lot of the advice that Kathy and I have gave you actually took place in that. So I'm really happy that you guys are communicating, and he's actually showing a lot more affection and whatnot. But make sure that you guys are in the same level. So if you guys have a miscommunication, for example, you telling him in regards to a distance, an open relationship that kind of put you guys here, and you guys got off of being here. So make sure that you're clear on what you guys talk about. And if it's not something that he brought up, then I wouldn't worry about that. But I'm glad that you guys did clear that out, because I did speak to you yesterday about that. His heart and his mind and his plans are invested in you. So I would not jeopardize that in any way, shape, or form with Cameron. So everything just seems very good for you, Jessica, for 2023. So that is what I'm getting for Jessica at this time.
Yeah, it's really funny that you talked about the forgiveness and about walking into the new year with that, because that's exactly what I was getting here too. So I'm going to start off with that really quick here, and then go into a little bit deeper. But it's really saying, so first of all, I actually get the Hermit card coming through here. I get the World, I get the Ten of Swords. Okay. So what this is really telling me, it's time to stop some cycles. And I feel like these cycles are within you, Jessica, not with Cameron or anybody else. I feel like there's cycles that you tend to repeat within your own mind, and you get a little bit, you get to this place where you get scared, or you get insecure, you get uncomfortable with, certain things. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to say, especially with this Two of Wands and the Six of Wands coming in. So the Six of Wands really talks about victory, right? Overcoming, a lot of, it's like overcoming the battle, it's going into victory, it's success, right? Especially with this Two of Wands, this is talking about choosing a path. I feel like the path that you're supposed to choose is more confidence within yourself, more confidence within the relationship with Cameron. Don't be in a place of making decisions because you're trying to receive a response, or making decisions because there's a place of panic coming within you or from you, or anything like that. It's basically walk into 2023 with this new confidence coming forward. And it's interesting because when I asked about living together, the first thing I kept hearing, well, first of all, one of the things I kept hearing, even when I first saw your message, is definitely don't panic. Like, I feel like a lot of your responses to Cameron are from a place of panic, and you got to stop the panic, right? But I got the Ten of Cups coming through. I got the Sun coming through. I got the Strength card coming through. These are beautiful cards when we're talking about a relationship, living together. How is Cameron feeling now? I'm feeling that he's in a good place with you right now, is what I keep getting. His energy towards you, I feel like he feels confident about moving forward with you. He's looking forward to, going into 2023. I feel like he might even be, I would not even be surprised if he's doing some decluttering in order to make space for you within his residence. And this is where I feel again is like, don't get into a place where you panic about something, or you think that something's not going to happen, so you overreact or overthink or whatever it is, because everything is coming together beautifully for you. It really is. But you don't want to be in this place where you're like, oh my God, I didn't hear from him. I'm going to go do this,
Right.
or you push the button in order to get a response from him. And I don't feel like you need to do that. I feel like you just need to be in this place where you're allowing all of this to happen. I actually feel a lot of success too within within business, within work, kind of things coming through. And I feel like that is it's going to give you something more to focus on rather than just the relationship. And you're going to allow that relationship just to flow rather than making it a second massive priority. The relationship will just flow on its own. So, concentrate on your work, concentrate on business, concentrate on what it is that you want to financially succeed or career succeed coming forward into 2023. And you'll see a lot of that abundance just follow behind it, especially with your relationship. So I hope that helped. I hope that gave you some clarity. And I think I might have put the timestamp in the chat. I'm not really sure. But hopefully I did. So we'll see. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. So, and I don't think I can do it from StreamYard. And I'm not on YouTube. I'm just using the StreamYard chat. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I can message her. I'll message her and let her know that her
sure,
reading is
yeah, that would be great actually. And Heather's back. Yay. Okay, good. She made it for the live. And we're actually just doing your reading now, Heather. So that is perfect. You had great timing in this. So, Heather wants to know about her relationship with Zach. She said that she did send him a message in regards to a present for the cat. She hasn't heard from him, but I don't know if you've heard from him yet, or if you guys have talked over the Christmas vacation. Maybe you can let me know about that as well. And hey, Sabrina, thanks for joining us. To receive a reading, just look at the instructions going across the screen. We would love to help you. There is a $10 donation, and all of the information is I see Jessica's. Oh, Trevor. Okay, thank you, Trevor. At 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Trevor. I appreciate it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I didn't really know how to do it, so I was like, yeah. Okay, so
she didn't talk to him yet. Just messaged today, so they're not together officially, right?
They were, but they are taking a break
but they're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Trevor, thank you for watching. It's awesome to see you.
And
Trevor is part of my other. So Trevor and I are co-hosts on the I Want to Believe channel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and so Trevor's one of my co-hosts, and then there's Linda and Peter as well. And I don't think we're doing a show this Sunday because it's New Year's Eve, obviously, but we will be back the Sunday after. Guys, if you are not subscribed to the I Want to Believe channel, please do. Our show is called It's Not an Orb, It's Dust. And it is such a fun show. We bring on different guests. We bring on different paranormal investigators, cryptozoologists, UFOologists. I think I'm not exactly sure what the new name is for that one. And or we just tell some of our own stories sometimes, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, make sure that you join us because we have such a blast.
I really liked the last one that you guys showed pictures and videos. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, and Trevor had some great videos on there. So did Peter and Linda. Yeah, it was good. Oh, actually, Peter wasn't on there. That was another one. But Linda and Trevor had some great pictures and some great stories from there. So it was really good. We always have
Okay.
so much fun. All right.
Okay. Let me see.
Hey, Jessica. So your reading starts at about 20 minutes. I guess it was 8 o'clock Eastern that Trevor was saying it started at. So.
Okay. So I asked Heather, is it something that he chose or she chose or a mutual agreement? She said it's something more mostly him wanting the break. I do get reconciliation between you two, Heather. I wasn't sure if that's something you wanted to know, but I do pick up reconciliation. However, I think it was Heather that I got this before, and you got it for her, the word compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm still, was it Heather? I can't remember. I just feel like I got this for Heather before. I'm getting there's just gonna be a moment where, you know, when this does take place, when you guys do reconcile, and I really pick up towards the beginning of 2023. It was Heather. Okay. I'm still getting it. It's like the first thing that pops up for me every single time. So at some point you guys are going to have to balance things out. Like basically he needs to know, you need to know, like the both of you need to come together and agree on certain things and set, you know, whatever boundaries need to be set. You know, there's certain boundaries that I don't like being crossed, and you know, my husband as well. So we understand each other's limits, and you know, respect for us is something very important. So like have, you know, when you guys do reconcile or the beginnings of that, I just feel that it's super important that you guys understand each other's wants, needs, expectations before you fully move forward.
Literally, the Queen
And
of Swords came through.
yeah, yeah. So I do get that for you. Um, I'm also getting the forgiveness. So whatever took place prior, you're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to forget about it and not bring it into the new relationship. So when you guys come back together again, don't bring up old stuff. Whatever happened then happened then. Just try to start. I mean, if a new situation arises, that's completely different. But if you're something happens and then you bring up, oh well, when this happened before, you know, don't even don't do that. So you have to just forget, you know, not forget, but forgive, let it go. I know we don't always forget. It's going to be in the back of our minds, trust me, because I've been there, and I
There.
really do my hardest to not bring up old shit. But um but it's kind of like starting a new book. The last book you read was a shitty book. This is a new book now, and you have to give it a chance, and you view it differently, and treat it differently. So you know, whatever didn't work then is obviously not going to work now if you guys get back together. So there needs to be that heart to heart conversation before getting deep into the relationship again. um I just get everything is going to be resolved between the two of you. I do pick up reconciliation. I'm currently getting first 3 months of 2023. I can't give you an exact month. Usually people want me to give them an exact month, but I'm not picking that up right now because of the way the energy is right now. So it can be anytime, January, February, March, around there. And it can just even be just the beginning of like the baby steps of reconciliation. Um, I'm also getting opportunity, may have nothing to do with the situation with Z. So 2023 seems to be an opportunity for you to open up to something new. I don't know if it's job or career or idea or any kind of plans you've had in mind, but I do get that opportunity door is going to be open for you. So that is what I'm getting for Heather, and I hope that that's helped.
Yeah, so Heather, I'm actually getting like um it was interesting actually because to be honest, Naimi and I talked about it before the show. I was like, you know, I can't because sometimes what happens, and you guys have seen me do this. You know, I'll say to somebody, oh, I kept getting all of this information before I even got onto the show. I do this with Miguel all the time. I don't know why in the hell I do it. But Miguel gets into my brain, I tell you. But so what happens is I feel like the information that I felt earlier was really kind of, I feel like to some degree you've got to give him almost a sense of panic. I know that sounds weird, okay? But I feel like if he doesn't respond to this last message that you sent about the cat, I almost feel like sending him another message. I would give it a week. I feel like he may respond though. I really do. I feel like he's going to respond. It might not be today. I feel like this might not be for a couple of days. Um, but it's within that time period. But if he doesn't, I feel like what you need to do is message him, ask for your Nintendo Switch back nicely. Hey, can you give me a good time as to when to pick it up? Simply because of the fact that I feel, and you know his personality, you know, where he is sort of a loner. You know, he can be quite happy within his own little environment and not really having to interact with people except for, you know, possibly at work or whatever, right? He doesn't have to expand himself, or he doesn't initiate expansion of himself. So I feel like he's in this place where you're going to be there when he's ready. You're going to be there when he's ready, and I feel like that is part of where the problem is of him not moving forward at this moment. Like he's taking his time because he knows you're going to be there. He knows you want this relationship. He knows that, you know, when I'm ready, hey, I can just call her up and there's Heather, you know, abracadabra, there she
That's where the level of respect and boundaries come in, like all that. It's you gotta
right. And I feel like if you give him a little bit of panic here, he's going to be like, whoa, wait. I thought we were on a break. Why does she want her Nintendo back? Why does she want the, like, wait. What's going on?
right.
What's happening? You know, like he needs a little bit of a kick in the ass. Like, sorry, but he does, right? And and by doing so, it does give him that push. If he asks, well, okay, I thought we were on a break, or, you know, what are you saying with this? I would just be very honest. Like a lot, again, with this Queen of Swords coming through, this is about honesty, direct communication. This is about, you know, the Queen of Swords. She reminds me, and I think I've said this before on the show. She reminds me of the queen from Alice in Wonderland at times, right? Because she puts up with no shit. And she's like, look at that sword that she has. Like, if you look at that sword, it's massive. This is not a small sword, right? So she's like, off with their head. Like, no fucking nonsense. Sorry, but you know, you want to go pout, you want to go do your shit, you want to do this, you go over there. Queen of Swords is not the person that nothing says I'm serious to a guy like taking away his video games. That's what Trevor said.
He needs a wake-up call, and that's the way to get to it.
Right. Like he needs a wake-up call, you know, because right now he's sitting there using your very expensive equipment, you know. Maybe to you it's just this, but I mean, go out and buy your own, fucker. Like, seriously, go spend your own money and get one then, you know? Like, that's the way, like, you're taking away, you know, from me, right? Like, what gives you the right to take away from me when you're not even interacting with me? Screw you. No, it doesn't work that way, you know? So the cards that I'm actually getting here are like I said, the Queen of Swords is not the type of person that you ask, how does my hair look today, if you think your hair looks like shit? Because she's going to tell you straight out. But she's also not the person to ask, you know, or to say, hey, you know, I'm just going to hang on to this thing for a few more months while I piss around. And she's going to be like, screw you. If you don't let me in, I'm using a battering ram on your door and I'll come in and get it myself. You know, and he needs a little bit of that fear put into him. You don't get to sit there and use my shit and not contact me. or ignore me. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. You wouldn't do that if you were in the house with somebody. You don't get to do that when you're not in the house with somebody. That's you know, that's the way it is. However, saying that, going into 2023, what I'm actually getting here is with the Knight of Coins and the Four of Wands. I really like these cards together because these show, for me, when I see the Knight of Coins, and I'm sure I've explained this before, but for the Knight of Coins, when that comes in, this is a card of seriousness, commitment, taking things slow. If it was, you know, the card like the Knight of Wands, where the Knight of Wands kind of comes in, he goes out, he comes in, he comes out, he's a player, he's a dog, you know, you don't want the Knight of Wands kicking around. You give him a kick to the curb, right? The Knight of Coins is the type of guy who's not going to rush into a serious decision. He's going to actually think about it. But there's always forward movement with the Knight of Coins. So I love that. So I do feel that he is in this place where he is thinking, he is really, you know, pondering his next moves and the next moves with you together. But because of the fact that there's no push, and I don't mean that you need to do it cruelly or that you need to do it meanly or anything like that. I feel like he does need a push because sometimes the Knight of Coins can kind of sit on his horse a little bit and ponder way too much. The Knight of Coins is like the type of guy that you would take on a hike and he'd be pondering every freaking rock. Ooh, look at the texture of this rock. And you're like, okay, can we get up the fucking hill already? Like, go, you know, like, let's go. And so sometimes you need to give him a little bit of kick, but I'm also getting the Four of Wands. So this really talks about marriage, commitment, all of those, you know, things that we look for within that relationship. And this is really what you want for him, you know, with him. And I feel like the two of you together, this is what you both want. However, he's just being a little slower at it. So give him a couple of days, you know, maybe give him another week at most. And then I would very nicely say, hey, can you give me a time when I could come and pick up my Switch? That would be great. Thanks. Big happy face. Boom. He's like, yeah. The fuck? Oh, I thought I had months to ponder this decision. I thought we were on a break. You know? And it's gonna make him think. You know, he might just say, yeah, okay, you can come on this particular day. But I'm telling you, he's going to be panicking on the inside because he really does not want this relationship to end. I really don't feel that he wants that relationship to end. But he did get lost in his mind a little bit, and he's focusing on, because, and we've talked about this before, he's also very self-focused and not always in the positive way. It's kind of like my way or the highway, and he's starting to realize his way isn't always the way that's going to happen or shit's going to happen, you know. And by sending something like that text, you're also giving him like, okay, the deadline's done, dude. Deadline's done.
Right.
Make a decision.
Because basically you're just showing him that this separation comes with benefits.
Right. So, even though they're not together, you know, or even having those benefits, I guess, on the side, like that's not happening. But like, there's still that benefit of just having a $500 game system in your house.
Yeah,
right?
Even the items. Or if I want her to sit my cat, she'll sit, you know, she'll do it for me. Or, you know, she'll reach out. I don't have to reach out to her. I have her switch. Like, those are the benefits I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really much of a break. He just thinks like there's still some kind of something there, you know.
There's still some. She says, I deserve more than crumbs. And absolutely you do. 100% you deserve more. We all deserve more than crumbs, right? And if somebody can't be putting an effort into something, whatever it is, you know, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of the show. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, Heather, go back and watch the beginning of the show, because we talk about valuing ourselves, moving into 2023, right? And what is it that we deserve? What is it that we have to offer somebody, and receiving the benefits of that value. Like, why don't undervalue yourself going into 23? This is what I'm getting. So I hope that helps. And yeah, you deserve way more than crumbs. So just a matter of sending a text. I wouldn't do it right away, though. I would give him about a week, however, unless you really want to play the games. I mean, personally, I know if it was me over Christmas break, I would have been like banging on that door. I want my freaking games, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I would not leave it for too long, especially if you're not hearing from him, right? So, and you're so welcome. You're
You're
so
welcome.
welcome, Heather. We're just going to take a really quick break, mostly because I have to run to the washroom, as always. And I'm a little bit too honest, I think, sometimes. But we're going to come back in about 3 minutes. And when we get back, we are going to do Miguel and Kay. And remember, if you are watching the show, you would like a reading, all of the information is going across the screen. Please, please, please make sure that you let us know that you have donated, because sometimes the donation does not show up right away. And this gives us the opportunity to check. And we'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, we are back. We're back. We're back. Thanks guys for sticking around. If you stuck around, we appreciate it very, very much. We're going to go into Miguel, and Miguel just wants a general reading. He wants to know what his guides want us to know. Want him to know. I can't talk today. Okay,
So, first thing I got from Miguel was mostly it's up to you. It's up to you how you want to go about the way things go from here on out, especially entering 2023. So, how you see things, how you envision things, and how you go about things is super, super important. I'm also getting healing needs to be involved. So, there's, a lot of your self-doubt and worries and when you end up in a rough patch getting into this negativity mode, all of that needs to be left behind. Like, you need to set that aside and not bring it back into the new year. You want to enter the new year with a whole new perspective of things. Even though we saw ourselves in a rough patch, we ended up seeing how much has come through for us. And so you don't want to continue thinking that way. You don't want to be in this place of, oh, this is not going to work out, or this is not going to happen, because when you start thinking that way, now you're not going to come up with new ideas, or you're not going to want to try to plan something ahead of time, or you're going to say, oh, I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm not going to try because it's probably not even going to work out. So you're not even going to take these risks, and certain decisions you're not going to make, because of this negative thinking. I'm also getting a lot of letting go. You need to let go of the past. It just feels like it's not just, letting go of maybe family members, but repetitive habits, and certain habits that also take part in the whole thinking things negatively. So you want to let go of that completely, like leave it on this year and don't take it with you in 2023. I do feel that 2023 is going to be a better year, and not just financially, but overall. I think 2023 is going to be the year for you. And if you believe that, it definitely will be, and 10 times more. So I'm also getting that card of you needing to believe it. You're needing to see it, to vision it, visualize it. I'm sorry. So that is mostly what I'm getting for you. It's just a way of changing the way you think of things, changing the way you view things, or maybe not taking certain things too personally, or viewing things, in a way that, oh, well, maybe that's not the way that person meant to do that. I think she meant to do it this way, or she meant to say this and not that. Like that kind of thinking. Try to kind of change up a little bit of your mindset entering 2023, so that you're also not a blockage for yourself and you don't block your blessings. So that is mostly overall the messages that I'm getting from Miguel.
Yeah. It's interesting, Miguel, because I'm actually getting so I'm getting some visions of you spending a lot more time. I guess I'm not exactly sure of the word that I'm looking for. It feels like more time on the ground, but yet it's not literally on the ground. But it kind of feels like, I don't know if you have plans of doing some stuff on the property, because it kind of feels like I literally feel like maybe there's some digging going on, there's some construction going on, some building going on, and I feel like this is what spirit is guiding you towards. Reconstruction of some sort, right? And it feels like reconstruction on the property, which is really
That's awesome.
is that what's happening with you guys at
It's
all?
awesome because it's what we were planning to do and hoping that it would take place in 2023, that we'd be able to.
Well, there you go. Yeah, because I literally see Miguel with like a shovel. So for me, that's like representation of, and I feel like through the process of this, it does really show, especially with this Ten of Cups coming through. I feel like this is really representing a happier place within the family, being more secure, being more grounded within the family, which feels really, really good. You guys already have an amazing relationship. So, but I just feel it becoming more, I guess, solidified in some way. Are you planning on having another baby?
No, I've been snipped and cut and fried and all kinds of stuff.
Okay,
We
good.
don't. I mean, it's been brought up in conversation, but no.
Yeah. I don't know if it's about a baby particularly, but it does feel like more fertility towards the ground, the earth. You know what I mean? Again, I'm getting more like
Like
um
like a new, like, I know what you mean. I can't find the word.
yeah, it's almost like a new beginning.
Like
It's almost like
reborn.
reborn, like a reborn energy is what's coming through. I'm really getting a lot of energy coming through here about trusting your intuition, Miguel, more so than the overthinking. So the overthinking really does have to stop. Miguel's like, no,
Me?
baby. Yeah, but the overthinking, I believe, has to stop. It does feel like trusting your intuition more. And I'm also really getting here that your guides really want to communicate with you a lot. And it might almost feel like you're having different conversations, like one with your guides and one with, actual people at times, right? And it may not be happening quite yet, but I feel like this is becoming more prominent going into the new year. It may not start until actually when you start digging, but don't hold me to that because that could start sooner. You know what I mean? It just feels like you're really going to be guided towards a lot of different, I want to say like enterprises. And enterprises don't always have to be financial or business. It could be just, like I said, building, digging, restructuring in some form. And I feel like this is really going to be important throughout this year. I'm also getting here too is some energy. Here's the interesting thing. I feel a lot of abundance coming through, but I'm also getting more frugal behavior coming through. And it feels like, there's going to be that balance between the two. So even when you have, the finances flowing, you're going to be in a place where you're making different decisions with those finances rather than just sort of, oh yeah, I can afford this, I'll just throw money on that. It's a more frugal kind of mindset. And I feel like it's like financial planning, I guess, is the word that I'm getting. More financial planning. um I've been asking my guides to show me. Oh, good. Okay. So, yeah, because I feel like that's what they're really talking about. Like it feels like they're answering you by, through that question, right? Um, there might be some decisions or choices that you have this year. None of them are negative. It just feels like you might decide, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? Or do I want to do this or do I want to do that? It feels like more opportunities being presented to you. And again, this is where we get into this place of not overthinking because the opportunities are being presented to you for a reason. There might be a couple of opportunities I'm hearing that where you're going to be going, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But again, I feel like what this is doing is your guides are trying to get you to follow your inner guidance rather than like listening to yourself. You know what I mean? So the choices might be very similar, but it's going to be a matter of trusting your judgment or your inner intuition as to which one you choose. So really listen to that. And if it feels good, do it, kind of thing. Right. And I feel like this could have to do with business decisions. Um, I'm not getting a lot of emotional decisions, so there might be people and stuff that you have to release, but I don't even feel like that's going to, I don't know how to say it. I don't feel like it's something that you're going to have to ponder about. It's going to be something that's a natural flow. You know, it's like, why are you, again, it goes back to value. You know, what we talked about at the beginning of the show, value. And you might even just, you know, ask yourself quickly, am I being valued? No. Okay, see ya. Like that. Very quick. And it's not something where you're going to have to, you know, put too much thought or decision into. It's just going to be an inner knowing. I have to release this for this particular moment. I'm just trying to see if anything else is coming through here. I feel like that might be about it, but it does show like this is going to be a much stronger year for you. Okay, especially with this Emperor coming through. This is where I love the Emperor because, hey, Yolanda, how about screw off? Just so you guys know, I do block spam, and we get rid of that nonsense very, very quickly. So if anybody starts spamming you after the show, just so you know, I will never, ever, ever message anyone ever for a reading. If you want a reading, you can come to me. But yeah, it feels like you're going to be more in charge of yourself. It feels like rather than letting circumstances guide you, it's almost as though the two of you together form this, I want to say like a dominion upon itself, which is nice. I like that. You know what I mean? Where you guys are guiding the next steps rather than having circumstances guide you towards the next steps. That's what I keep getting. So I hope that helped. That's really what's coming through. I really keep seeing you on the ground though, you know, and building, like I said, restructuring, creating stuff like that. That's really being presented here. So, yeah,
Awesome.
that's what I got. So I hope it helped. And then we have Kay, and Kay wants a general message from her spirit guides. Actually, I'm not sure. Kay, if you
said life and love.
Life and love. Okay. Yeah. And Kay, could you just give it? Are you male or female? And is there anyone in particular that you want us to look at? Miguel says, I love being outside working on the land. Yeah, I feel like that's exactly where you're going to want to be. And that's where exactly you're going to be led to. So Kay is a male. Thank you, Kay. Yeah, and if there's somebody in particular that you want us to take a look at, just give us their first name and also just their birth sign. That's all we need to know. We don't need to know their full anything else. Just their first, just their birth sign is good.
Okay.
And their first name.
Oh, this is a different K. I was thinking.
Yeah, this is a different K.
Oh, okay. Because I know Kayla is also under K, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Okay. And the person's name is Michelle and is a Leo. Okay. So it might just come up as a general reading. I just want to let you know. But sometimes, you know, if this person does show up, we can let you know. I dropped a card. Just give me a second. Okay. And thanks for joining us, by the way, Kay. We truly appreciate it. I think this is your first time. I'm not sure, but we do appreciate that you're here.
Okay. Okay, so is Michelle somebody that you've been with before or you just have interest in? I just want to clarify before I give you the messages that I'm getting.
We've been together before.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't really get that this person is the one for you. However, I am picking up that you will be relationship wise with someone in 2023. Can it be Michelle? I don't really pick up. I don't really get too much energy when it comes to Michelle. So it just could be somebody new in 2023 that you're going to end up in a relationship with. So as far as Michelle goes, I don't really get too much energy with her. And, I don't feel like Michelle is the one for you. If it's someone that you're wanting to pursue again, we have choice of free will. We can make the decisions that we want. However, I'm not picking up that energy from her. I'm also getting that you're needing to let go of things. It doesn't really have to do anything with Michelle, but any kind of things that, any maybe past traumas or past situations or maybe certain people that you've had issues with. It's super important that we forgive and that we kind of let go. And it doesn't mean that you have to forgive the person in person, but more so for you. You want to enter 2023 on a clean slate. You want to enter 2023 in a whole new level of energy. You want to be up here. And so whatever took place this year, throw it out, let it go, declutter it from your life. Just like we were talking about decluttering your home so that the energy can flow better. So you just let go of things that are not serving you, that is just giving you stress, that keeps popping up in your head, that keeps frustrating you when you remember it. Just let go of it. It's not even worth holding on to it. Because you're just attracting that negative energy, into your life. You don't want to keep being stressed over something that's not even doing anything for you. So I'm also getting that you don't really have to worry about anything entering 2023. I feel like 2023 is going to be a better year for you, and there's not much that you need to worry about at this time. In regards to love, like I said, I'm just picking up 2023. So 2023, there's things that are coming up for you, definitely, especially in the love and in life overall. I'm also getting a lot of needing to prioritize things in your life. Super important, because you don't want to be in this place of chaos and things here and things there. You want to try to prioritize things, like what is it that you're wanting, what is it that you want to start on first, like what's your first task, what is your ideas or your plans, and be in the present and work on one thing at a time, and don't overwhelm yourself. So that is what I'm getting for you in regards to love and life. Michelle, I'm just not getting too much. Maybe Kathy may get something more, but I definitely get relationship for you in 2023. Could it be Michelle? I don't know. I don't really pick up that energy of Michelle too much.
So Well, Kay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So,
Hmm.
Kay, I actually got a bunch of messages coming through from your guides, and you can let me know if they make any sense, down in the
I love when
comment
that happens.
section. But I had a lot of stuff that was sort of coming through as Naimi was talking, and one of the things that I kept hearing was push past the gate. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but what I felt was, so the vision that I actually received from that is you almost being like in a yard or in an enclosure of some sort, and it's like there's this world in front of you, or there's this field in front of you of that. Imagine it like, I don't know if you've ever, I know my son used to play Minecraft, and I used to look at that and go, what the hell are you doing? I can't figure the hell this out. But you would start off with like an empty place, right? And then you build what it is that you want. And it's almost as though you're behind the gate watching other people build or watching other things happen, and you're not quite pushing past that gate. And I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is to open that gate and take a look at this empty field and realize that you can really build whatever it is that you want within that environment, with anything that you want within that space, and that this is your time in 2023 is your time to start doing that, because I feel like you've been holding yourself back in some areas. And I don't know if this has to do with money. It could have to do with relationships. It didn't really, it wasn't really specific, but it did feel like you might be holding yourself back from your own, because of your own blockages, or maybe perhaps your own fear in some way. But there's going to be a lot of energy that's coming through going into this new year, where there's so one of the cards that I did pull was like this Ace of Swords. So when the Ace of Swords comes through, this is really about spiritual insight. It's about communication sometimes with the higher realm. It can have to do with being shown a particular path, or even just being in this place of being receptive to hearing new ideas or energy, right? It's like the crown chakra. And what I keep getting with that is, by allowing this communication to come through, or this new energy to come through, you're actually going to really start to see. I got the Three of Cups coming through here. So this really does talk about celebration. Okay, this could be a celebration within yourself. It could be a celebration with other people that are around you. It can even talk about sometimes, weddings, getting together with people, meeting up with new people. I didn't get a lot with Michelle either. It doesn't mean, for me, it doesn't mean yes or no either way. But I did feel like really guided towards these messages that Spirit was giving me more so than anything else. It feels like I'm also getting, there's a lot of releasing going on, okay, especially with this Eight of Cups coming through. And when the Eight of Cups coming through, it's like looking at the things that are no longer needed or necessary within your environment, within your life. And again, I felt like this had to do with maybe perhaps some blockages that were really coming through, or some sort of energy that, it was like you were hanging on to it for way too long, and it's not necessary to hang on to it anymore. It's just time to release it, let it go, move forward, and again, push past the gate. Okay, push past the gate instead of standing there and watching the world go by, or watching, maybe this has to do with friends or family doing something, that you, or maybe just other people, that are doing something that you're like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. Or maybe, I see their lives being built or productive or whatever it is, but you're like holding yourself back. And it's really talking about not allowing yourself to hold yourself back anymore. So that's the messages that I kept getting from your guides. So I hope that helped. I hope it made some sense to you. That it gave you some clarification on things, because it really feels like going into 2023, even if it's a matter of baby steps past that gate, You know, you don't need to go running right into the field, but you can take those baby steps out into the field. Even if it's a matter that you're going to really start seeing more productivity, you're going to start seeing more abundance coming through. You're going to, like, things are going to flow. It feels like things are going to flow in a different way. And he says, yeah, it all makes sense. So that's good. I hope it helped. And I believe that that's it. We actually don't have a free list tonight, Kay. Sorry. We're just doing donations today. Will just wants a general reading, so we can do a quick general reading. Hey, Will, how's it going? Good to see you, and a happy New Year, guys! Like, this is exciting. I'm really, really, really looking forward to the new year. I'm just going to start off with Will really quick here. Look at what I got. Lovers, Will. So I don't know what's going on. But I was feeling that for you earlier too, and I think it even came through last week in some degree.
It
did it? Yeah, because I
it
literally just cut the deck. So there might be, I don't know if there's a new relationship or if you're heading towards a relationship in some way or some fashion. But it feels like, I feel like, you know, if you're still going through some sort of chaos, that this is ending. I feel cycles are being changed right now. I'm literally hearing about a new season is coming through. And I mean, we've got a new year coming through, but it feels like a whole new season for you. You know, and it doesn't mean that's the season, you know, which with each season we always have challenges, but we always have blessings as well. And I feel like this is what it's showing you, is to allow yourself to just kind of go with the ebbs and flows of that season. But I feel like this season there's going to be some sort of change or some sort of movement forward. You're actually letting go. I just pulled the Two of Swords, which is talking about stagnancy. And sometimes we might feel like we're in a place of being stagnant. But then what came forward was with that was also the Eight of Wands. So it's almost like as soon as you get past that stagnancy, things just boom, 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 boom. So I love this. I love this for you. What do you get, Naimi?
So in regards to the romance, because I got that for him last week too. It feels like it's going to be the beginning of 2023. That new love is going to be coming through. I'm also getting positive, like what I got last time, even though you were worried about the whole chaotic situation. I was just getting positive things. Like, that was just a rough patch that you were going through or whatever. You know, sometimes we go through that because good things are coming after. Or, you know, certain experiences or lessons that we need to go through to get to the blessings. So I'm still getting that for you. I still get, there's no need to worry. There's no need to doubt anything right now. It just feels like you are out of that, you know, that moment where he was like stuck and he wasn't seeing anything progressing. And it's like you're out of that now, and there's just positive messages that we're getting now and positive energy. I'm still getting abundance too. And I just feel like, again, I don't know what it is. It's a lot of people that were affected in some sort of way this year. 2023 is like going to be the year for them. And I'm getting that for you too. 2023 again, I got that new love is coming through for you, and and abundance and all this positive stuff coming for you. And it's so important, because this is another message that I did get, is that you believe that everything is going to be fine, that things are going to continue to level up for you, and that you put that in your brain. Put it in your brain, and don't lose the hope and don't lose the faith. That's so important. You know, you want to enter 2023 in this bubble of happy, because I'm just getting a lot of positive stuff for you coming 2023. So I'm not getting nothing else. I'm just getting good stuff, Will. So I hope that that's helped.
Yeah. I feel like, over this next few days before the new year comes in, I mean, nothing ever has to be right on the new year, right? We don't need that pressure in our lives. But I do feel to, look at some of the things that you can let go of, some of the worries, some of the fears, some of the, restrictions that you might have placed within yourself, and just allow it to be released. Okay. And then just step in fresh, because it feels like I don't feel anything holding you back anymore. You know, I really don't. I feel like the things that might be holding you back or have been holding you back, um, it's like they're in your head, and you have to work on letting them go. That's what I keep getting. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for tonight. So thank you everybody for watching the show. It's truly appreciated.
Thank you guys so much, and I hope everyone has a great and safe New Year's.
Absolutely. Make sure that you do stay subscribed, click like, comment down in the comment section, because it really does help the algorithm. And if you want a reading, you can go to Naimi at Mimi's Holistics on TikTok. If you would like a reading with me, you can go to oracleintuitions.com. And I do have some slots open before the new year, so please, by all means, book a reading. It's kind of nice because my kid's at home for the next week or two, so I'm like, yeah, I got openings, so I'm good with that. Usually I'm so busy that it can be sometimes hard to book with me, but yeah, I do have some openings this week. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing new year. Take care, and we will see you all later. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.